So we're going to try something a little different this week. We're actually going to use technology to our benefit. And since it's just the two of us, we're going to do a little split screen action here. We're going to cross our fingers that it's going to work out.
And Erin is in charge of recording.
Yeah, good luck with this. It's not. I'm sure the dog's going to start barking. The phone's going to go off. Everything's going to just be a mess. But luckily I'm back home. Yay. I think our last video that we had for week 6, I did it from offsite. From the floor. I remember I was on the floor with my dog in the background. So.
Yeah, and Brett was somewhere at an undisclosed location as well.
Yes, that's true. That's right. I forgot about that. Yep. So we're back talking about the Coursera course for machine learning with Andrew Ng. Again, Erin Banks and Thomas Henson here. I think it's also interesting. We should give a little recap on all the members of the Big Data Beard group that was taking the course. So I think week 1, officially, one of the members bailed. You never even met him. You just decided it was too much. And then halfway through, we lost Kyle. So I think almost after he recorded the one session with us, he decided to bail. And Brett and I have officially passed. We are machine learning, Coursera members, which I remember last time, did we have streamers? That was so funny. Now we're celebrating again. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and Thomas, you want to give an update on where you're at with the course?
There was a course?
Mm-hmm.
So, got good and bad news.
Bad news first.
I did not fail. Oh, sorry. Bad news first.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm behind, but I was able to join the next cohort. So life got in the way. So around week 9, it really just got... Remember, earlier I'd gotten behind, but it was all about getting it in to that one date. So let's just say that our end date was March 5th. So everything had to be done and in by March 5th. It didn't matter how far behind we were.
Right.
But if you were behind, then typically, as you start to get more behind, it was saying, hey, you're probably not going to be able to finish. So I didn't think they were right. Turns out they were right. The good news is, though, I'm only a month behind. So what it takes is it took all my work. So all the work that I had done up to that point, I was able to join, and I think they have monthly, or at least it worked out that way. So I'm only a month behind.
That's great.
Erin and Brett. And so I'll still get my certificate. My $70 is not gone. Life gets in the way. So I during the middle of this, I started transitioning to a new position. And I just let, life, like I said, life gets in the way. Coursera understands.
Yeah,
so
that's really great.
I will still be able to get my certificate, and I will be able to join, and we will all have a big party and maybe have wine, beer, whiskey, coffee, whatever.
Yeah, that would be great.
Tell you all about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because I think, and which was funny because you also, when we're going through the course and doing the videos, you were late or kind of falling behind on some of the other courses, and we're saying, it's good to know that you can catch up, everything along those lines. You don't have to get it done every week, because I think that's really important to understand about at least the benefit of taking this Coursera class, or probably others. It's the first Coursera class I've ever taken. But the fact is, you're absolutely right. Life happens. Things, work. I was gone all last week. There's no way I could have done any homework last week when I was in Vegas for a work conference.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not.
Was that a work? Was that a work?
It was work.
Really?
I've only been to Vegas for personal reasons once, and that was to run a marathon. And even that pretty much sucked. So I've only been there for miserable reasons. I've never actually been there to try to enjoy life. And it was funny because I flew out there early to hopefully get some sun, and it was freezing. There was nobody at the pool. It was 45 degrees. So I stuck extra days at Vegas in pure misery. But it's okay. I got through it. But I'm still dehydrated, sadly. But again, I think the point is, no matter what, the great thing about the Coursera course, and one of the benefits is, I can't, repeat again too many times, life just happens. Things occur. People get sick. Things happen with the family, events along those lines. You change jobs that you didn't know you were going to, and then all of a sudden you have to basically stop everything and pick it up later. So that's huge. I appreciate that they let you do that. That means a lot.
Yeah, and then it works two sides too, right? And I had struggled at some point, having to retake and gotten locked out on some of my exams. And so I guess I guess there's the way to say that you can never really fail the class. I guess I don't know how many times you can carry it over, and I don't intend to find out.
Yeah,
but
that's a good point.
I know you can carry it over one time. So if you're struggling through it, and like I did, like I said, changing jobs. I've got a 3-month-old now. So during this whole process, I had a 1-month-old and a 2-month-old. So it's been good times.
Yeah.
So I've learned a lot in the course, and I continue to learn a little bit more. I think. For what I have to do in the next course, I just have to wait for my certificate, so I can go ahead and finish. Week 9 through 11 for myself. I just have to wait to get that certificate. So
yeah.
Are you gonna post the certificate on your wall? What are you gonna do with it?
No, I don't. Oh, that's a good point. Maybe I'm gonna make it.
You get T-shirts made.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That's genius. Yeah, I just looked at it now that we were decided to do this video. I was like, oh, maybe I should make sure everything looks right. So everything looks good. Need to determine whether or not I'm going to where I'm going to put the information. Maybe tweet it out. Would that be interesting? Make sure everyone in the world knows about it. So if you Google my name, I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. I don't know.
So let's go ahead and I don't know where I should point, but we're gonna post it here. Brett tweeted out.
Oh yes.
He graduated, so we'll make sure that we include that post. He's not on the video, but he's here in spirit.
Yes.
So.
That's awesome.
He's probably skiing or something, right?
I think so.
If you don't know, that joke is so if you go on the YouTube channel here, there's an awesome video of breaking down some projects that the Big Data Beta team has done at a ski resort. So.
Yeah, and he was in Vegas actually when I was there last week, which was good. Yeah, a bunch of us were still there.
Sure.
Yeah, he came back from skiing too. That's all he does is ski, basically.
I've never been skiing or to Vegas, so.
We need to work on that.
You live in Alabama.
I know, but still, you need to figure it out.
We don't have these. First off, we don't have hills that we could ski off of, and then we don't get snow.
Yeah, but Kyle lives in Tennessee, and he was skiing with them. Yeah, sorry. You'll figure it out.
Do you ski?
I used to, years ago, and then a couple of years ago, I picked up snowboarding. I fell a lot, and it hurt a lot. But I haven't picked it up in a while. I've thought about it, picking it up again, but I don't... It takes a lot, you know what I mean? Especially if you're not at the mountain. When you're young, you get up really early, and you'll drive to the mountain, and you'll have lots of fun, and then you'll take turns driving home even though you're exhausted. And those are the good old days. Now it's packing up everything and trying to get up to a mountain and doing all of them isn't always as fun to me. But I don't know. Maybe down the road. Probably not. I'll probably never ski again.
Wrapping up the course, what would you like to pass along to our viewers, listeners? Give us a good and a bad.
Yeah, as much as I was kind of scary about it in the beginning, I definitely think that it was worth it. I mean, now that it's over, and I know that when we would meet or talk on a regular basis, or it was very stressful. And I will admit, when it was over, I felt a huge weight off my shoulder. I felt like I could at least get some time back in my life. Because it was a lot of time that was spent working on it, but it was totally worth it. I mean, that's the one thing to kind of remember is that what you put into it is what you get out of it. And I put the time into it to, get that certificate and pass and get all those capabilities. So now I just have to remember that and use it to my ability. I know that no matter what, it will help me down the road, whether or not, and we talked about this earlier, I'm not necessarily saying that I'm going to become a data scientist or anything along those lines, but certainly in my job, in my career, I think what I learned, I've learned a lot to really help me become more credible and have better clarity of what is needed in the back end in order to develop these things that, I talk to our customers about and what they need. So that helped a lot from that aspect, but it's a lot of time. I definitely think I loved it towards the end. It was you're hey, this is great in the beginning. In the middle, it got really, really rough with all of the programming. And at the end, they stopped the programming. So I really appreciated that because then at least it was they weaned you off of class time. So I got more of that time back, and that was nice. That was really nice. I appreciated that. So, but it was good. It was worth it in the long run.
Yeah. And then for me, it was great that I was able to move it forward. Like I said, I'm only a month behind.
Right.
But the cool thing also about it for me is it took away some of the mysticism, because you think about data science and sometimes they're oh man, they're not wizards, right? It's not wizardry. It's math, and it takes time, right? It's not easy button. There's not give me the answer, right? And we knew that going in, but there was still like a mysticism for me around the machine learning and data science and kind of how all that starts to work together.
Yeah.
And so learning that, it showed me even more that I do not want to be a mathematician.
Yeah.
I like my role as
perfect.
a data engineer and being an advocate, for data engineering and understanding the tools that are going to be able to help and process the data, but not so much of the underlying math about it. I like understanding them from a level where if we're talking about, nearest neighbor or, SVD in a room, I can nod my head and know that I'm nodding my head because I understand this much of it.
Agreed.
But I understand that there's so much more under it, and it's okay that I don't know that, right?
Yeah. I totally agree.
We all have roles.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I think that was huge. So it was definitely, again, worth the time. And especially with the travel, right? So it wasn't like a course that we took like locally, but it was at least something that we could get some benefit out of it. Even if you're hopefully traveling. I did download, I know at one point I had to download the courses on my iPad, which was really, really great, that I could watch them on the plane. So that really helped me out a lot from that aspect. So that was huge too.
I did it on a treadmill just because I was like, well, if I'm going to be sitting and watching it at my desk, I was like, let me take it out to the treadmill and try to do it some there. But it still didn't work out. I didn't finish it just yet. But close.
That's so funny. I love it. No, you're absolutely right. So true. It was good.
Right,
it's worth it.
What's next? What should we do next? I think we should let the audience decide. I think we should. No courses, though. We can't do a course.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
No.
We can't do a course. No. Somebody suggest something. We need to keep this going with the Big Data Beard team. We need to continue learning, and we need to talk about it too, right?
I agree.
So I think this is where we challenge. If you're on our website, you can tweet to us. You can put it here in the comment section. What should we tackle next? Should we tackle a book? What would you like for us to do? It's got to be. It can't be another course. I'm sorry. You heard our attrition rate, right?
We lost someone on week 1. Oh my God, it's so funny. I just remember.
Give us a book. Give us a data analytics book. Something.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Something that you want us to do, and give us the time, and we'll come on here. We'll talk about it. We'll decide, and then we'll come back and we'll shoot a video discussing it. So, the Big Data Beard Book Club. It's got a nice ring, right?
Yeah, I'm sure people will love that. But please, be something as nice as that. I would love to be able to take out some time to read a book and know that it's for something.
Yeah, we're not going to get on and live code your homework session. So
nope.
Within reason, we do have veto ability. But
yes.
No, seriously, give us something awesome that you'd like to do, and then always subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our newsletter on the website, and make sure that you're listening to the Big Data Beard podcast.
Yay! Yeah, please do. Thank you.